I am Krystal Harris. I'm a former track runner. I used to do 300 hurdles, 100 hurdles, 200 sprints. And so I had to do a lot of weightlifting, and that's the hardest stuff for me. The most challenging thing that I've overcome in my life has been my parents' divorce. And not so much the divorce, but more so the fact that my dad moved when I was 12 years old to overseas. And so he's been there ever since. And so I pretty much went through all my formative years without my dad. I'm a very driven person, and I think what drives me is my ultimate goals of what I want to do with my life. So everything I've done has kind of been just focused at that. I wrote a movie for Nickelodeon, and that did really well. It was with a pop group called the Wonder Girls in Korea, and they're like huge. So did really well for my resume there. And I have a couple pilots in production, so that's exciting stuff. The workouts that push me the hardest would have to be the ones where I'm doing like circuit training. It really, really works my heart, and so I just have to really, it's the hardest for me, but it definitely builds my body up looking nice. I believe that you feel better and you look better when you just are active, and it doesn't mean you always have to be working out. Park your car farther away from where your destination is. Take the stairs instead of the elevator, just things you can do. I work at a restaurant, and all the time, if I have downtime, I'm just dancing. The most important thing in my life would be my family, but more importantly, my mother. She is my backbone. She's so supportive. I just couldn't do anything without her here. What I need to get a good workout is good music. I have my go-to songs for stretching and for cardio. Clothing is very important to my workouts. I like to mostly wear sports bras. Clothing with breathability is very important. I like to look at my body as I'm working out, and those things that fit my body perfectly, they just give me more motivation. One word to describe myself would be driven, because nothing's gonna get in my way. Any obstacle that gets in my way, I crush it. When I feel like giving up, I actually have a funny way of going about it. I always imagine myself being in a movie. Hey, you're acting, you gotta do it, this is your job. And so it just kind of always makes me push harder and get to where I need to be. A champion to me is someone who never gives up. They will be faced with obstacles all the time, but they always keep pushing them down. I think somebody just lives with a positive outlook on life and just keeps going no matter what's put in their way is definitely a champion.